Here he is, Dev Patel. You're known as being an actor, but in this film, you produced it, you've written it, you've directed it. What was that like?
Sounds like a panic attack in the making, doesn't it? No, it was a very excruciating and humbling experience, and one of the most nourishing of my life.
Actually, the more I hear about what happened when you were making it, the more I worry, like, are you okay? Because it was happening during COVID, like financial difficulties, emotional difficulties, and then physical difficulties. You hurt your foot
broke
and your
some toes,
hand.
broke
What
a
was that
hand.
like for an action movie? How painful is that for the film?
I mean, huge. I mean, there were so many moments on a daily basis where we faced absolute catastrophe, where the film was going to go down, but we adapted. We found a way through it. You know, there's a quote in the film which is, "The pain will leave you once it's finished teaching you," and that was kind of the tenet for me and the crew going through.
Has it left you now?
It's still teaching me.
It's still teaching you even now.
Yeah.
Another thing is that when you think of Dev Patel, you think of such a nice Harrow boy, calm. But this movie is like the most gruesome, hardcore. I mean, it's a proper action movie.
Yeah.
Where does that come from?
I'm just a huge fan of action cinema, and you know, when I started writing this over a decade ago, I never was able to access the genre, you know, unless I was the goofy sidekick or the guy that was hacking the mainframe for the main guy. So I wanted to create something that was not only had soul and it had, you know, kind of weight to it, but it had the most insane action and it had a bit of culture as well. So that was the kind of impetus for the film.
And you mentioned that having an action movie who's South Asian. How important is it to have that representation on screen? How important was that to you?
Yeah, I mean, I fell in love with cinema from sneaking downstairs and watching Bruce Lee through the banister, and he was someone that I could relate to. He had similar pigment to me, his hair, and you know, now that the kind of the industry's completely changed and transformed, and there's so much more opportunity. But films like this, you know, to be backed by Universal and have this kind of release is a huge step, especially for people like me that are like, oh, I'm tired of the normal studio, this and that. This is a fresh IP, it's brand new, and I hope people respond and they like it.
You went through all that pain, and then Netflix, who were the original backers, they dropped you, dropped the film.
Yeah.
And then,
one of the many catastrophes.
Yeah, a really big catastrophe. And then Jordan Peele comes in and saves the day. How important was that?
I was getting ready to say goodbye to this dream, and I was shooting a low-budget film in Yorkshire. You know, I was up there in the hills chasing sheep, and then I get a call from my agent saying Jordan Peele has seen the film, he wants to talk to you. I got on a Zoom with him straight away. We spoke for like 3 hours. It was like a therapy session, and he said he absolutely loved the film. You know, he spoke about it philosophically, and he's like, I hope you don't mind. I've shared it with the studio Universal. We have this deal, and I want to release it theatrically. And I nearly fell off my seat, and it's been a true blessing, and I'm so excited to share it with the world.
That's amazing. And we have to talk. I mentioned Harrow before, Rainer's Lane before,
Rainer's
where
Lane.
You grew up.
Yeah.
We've got pictures of you
Under the
as a very
Piccadilly
young
line.
child on stage, your acting debut for that school.
Oh yeah, 12th night probably.
Yeah. I mean, how important was your school? And also, we've got pictures of you doing Taekwondo, which we now realise this helped with your action movies.
All of those incredible teachers, Miss Verdi, Miss Divine, my first martial arts instructor, Stuart Anslow. I mean, all of those people were so instrumental in forming this ADHD hyperactive child, giving him purpose, and it really, all of those tools that they instilled in me, the confidence, that's kind of, that's made me who I am today, which is just as awkward, but I managed to make a movie, so hey.
Do you miss London? You're not here so much anymore.
I'm in and out all the time, and I've got all the Patels here in force, so they haven't seen the movie. My grandfather's here. He was the first person to tell me about this mythology, so it's gonna be fun.
We're almost out of time. Are you gonna direct again?
If they'll let me, why not? Yeah.
Superb. Well, thank you very much.
Thank
We're
you.
almost out of time. Hand you back to Charlene. Say goodbye, Dev.
See ya. Bye,
The movie is out on Friday.
Thanks very much, Rags. Hi, Dev. Dev bigging up his teachers on a Monday evening. Doesn't get better than that, does it?